Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Thursday, January 29th, 2026, and I'd like to call this Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs Commission meeting to order. Now, please have a roll call.
Chair Lawrence,
Here.
Vice Chair Kinglet,
Present.
Secretary Hilliard,
Here.
Commissioner Cortado, Commissioner DeHelig, Commissioner Gonzalez,
Present.
Commissioner Hunter, Commissioner Langston, Commissioner Johnson, Commissioner Brown,
Here.
Commissioner Briantes,
Here.
and can we have a motion to excuse Commissioner Langston, please?
Take a motion to excuse Commissioner Langston.
So move.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Moving on to agenda item, not agenda item. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. I'd like to ask Aiden Ace to come up and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Please remove your hat
So, say what?
if you're not.
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
Can we give Aiden a round of applause, please?
Yeah. Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Yes.
Is there a way we can approve the agenda before we do the presentation? It's
Yes,
not on
Mr.
the.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as it is.
We
I
have
second.
a
I
motion.
second it.
We have a motion in 2 seconds. In the third second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. Unanimously. So we're going to go to agenda item number 1, which is our Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs Commission recognition of the 2025 Youth Soccer and Flag Football Championship teams. Mr. Gerson?
Thank you, Commissioner Lawrence. We have some champions in the house? All right. So we have some flag football champions and some soccer champions. So thank you. Thank you, coaches. Thank you, players. Thank you, parents. We know it's a school night, so I do want to kind of just go over some ground rules. If you guys could kind of stay seated, kind of keep the chit chat, like especially when the coaches come up and they're saying their players, we want to make sure everybody could hear that. Okay, so appreciate if you guys could help out with that. We also have an elected official here, Jim Deere, so I'll let him say a few words, and then I'll bring up our recreation program manager, Scott Griffey, to give some stats on our season.
Thank you, Tim, and thank you, Mr. Chairman, Shannon Lawrence, great commissioner. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jim Deere. I'm here representing the elected officials of the city of Carson. Why? Because the children in this room are very, very important. And also important, kids, are all the adults that are in this room who support you, all the parents, the guardians, the other relatives, friends, neighbors, people cheering you on all season long. And I understand everyone in this room is every child in this room is a member of a championship team. And Carson is all about championships. Of course, all of the kids that play in all the sports, all leagues, to me, they're all winners, whether they're on the championship team or not. But it is feeling good to be a champion, isn't it? You like it? Well, you should, and you're being recognized by this our great Parks and Recreation Commission today, and therefore, and I'm speaking on behalf, as I mentioned, the other city council members, and therefore, the nearly 100,000 people that live in Carson, California. We're getting close to 100,000. All the people of Carson appreciate, recognize, and think you kids are great. So thank you very much. I'll now relinquish the microphone back to the staff and the chairman. Again, God bless you. Jim Deere, City of Carson, more power to you. Thank you.
All right, so now I'm going to bring up the Recreation Program Manager who oversees youth sports, Scott Griffey.
Once again, thank you everybody for being here. I don't know which, it's not a good way to stand either way. We're going to just go over a few numbers. We'll bring up teams. We're going to go football, then boys soccer, and then girls soccer as we bring up. We'd also like to say again, since it is a school night, I know we're all proud of everybody that's here. Let's not have a 3-hour-long introduction of all the players so that everybody can get out on a good time. But for this season, it was a very successful season. We did have a turnover, a change of our ActiveNet system, so people had to re-register. So I thank you all. If you're in here, it means you guys went and got a new ActiveNet account at some point. But with that, there were some people that didn't do that, and they weren't able to register. So we had a slight drop in our signups. But we still had a total of 23 football teams, 102 soccer teams, so a total of 145 altogether. 214 football participants, 1,152 soccer, for a total of 1,366. And we had a total of 132 flag football games and 528 soccer games, a total of 660. Still, like I said, it's a few hundred less than we had last year in participants, but compared in the South Bay for a city-run, especially league, we have still by far the biggest city-run leagues of anybody in the South Bay, so we're very proud of that. And we're looking forward to continue to grow for our baseball season. We have Foycia Park that just reopened. We'll be able to get out there for baseball season to play games on. If you haven't gone by there, it's a fantastic looking park. And pretty soon, hopefully by June, we'll have Carriage Crest Park, which was the smallest park in the city, will be now the largest park in the city. And that's my ex-park that I was a director of, so I'm very proud of that project. So at this time, we have a little short video with some team pictures and stuff. If you guys... we can watch that, and then we'll start bringing up the teams. Okay, we're going to start with flag football. So if we can get the 1A boys Eagles to come to the right side. And before we get to that, let's thank Edgar and our IT department over here. He put the video together. If we can give him a round of applause, he does a great job every year. So the two flag football teams are both from Del Amo Park. So I will bring up the center supervisor from there, Carolyn Pele, to introduce her coaches.
All right, thank you, everyone. Congratulations to all the kids, all the volunteers, all the parents. So I'm not going to waste any more time, or anybody's time. I'm going to bring out our boys 1A city champions, Eagles, coached by Coach Ace.
All right. Yes. First off, I want to say thank you guys for coming out. This is a wonderful occasion. You know, we got a lot of champions in this building, so. Okay, first I want to call up one of my wonderful young boys that's been with us for a long time at Del Amo Park. He always works very, very hard, very enthusiastic. Dallas, come on up, man. All right, we have another young man it was his first year with us, and you know, we're very glad to have him. He always made an impact. He always went above and beyond when it came to his energy and his effort. King, step right up. All right, this guy right here, he has so much swag. He got all the style. He makes all the plays whenever we need him. Travis, come right up, man. All right, and right here, this guy, he's the big man on the team. He made sure everybody was taken care of. He's the protector. Whenever we needed a big play, we could always count on him. Grayson, step right up. We went from the biggest guy to the smallest guy, but guess what? He was also the fastest guy. This guy would, whenever he gets the ball, he knew how to make a play. He always went 110%, man. Thank you for being on the team. Elijah. All right, and this guy right here, man, always gave 110%. He was the quarterback. He was the leader. He had to hear about things after the game because he was my son. Step right up. Austin, come on over here.
Please give another round of applause to our boys 1A city champions. You're on the clock. Can you ring that 2-minute thingy for this guy? It's not names and that's it. It's not per player. So, looks like everyone's here.
Okay, yeah.
You tell me. Yeah.
I got all 10.
Okay. Test, test, test. All right, so I'm going to hang out here for one more team. Delamo Park Boys 2A champions, the Buffaloes, coached by Coach James. Do you want me to hand those to you?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'll let John do it. Thank you. This is my assistant coach, John. Helped me out all season. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Also, I want to also thank Shorty, my boy. Hey, 3 years in a row, baby. Hey, we always battle, but hey, good job, baby. Good job. Always, always. First name is Versailles. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Come on this side. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Next name, Brents. Next name, Messiah. Let's go, baby. Aiden, let's go. Next name, Jermaine, let's go. My son, James Henry IV. Let's go, sir. Antonio, let's go. Langston, let's go, baby, let's go. Jeremiah, come on, Jeremiah. Come on, JJ, bring it in, baby, bring it in. Now, I know I'm short on time, but I want to say, hey, these guys put 100% in all year long. Came to practice. Parents, I thank you for bringing them to practice and being out there with us all year. Didn't complain about anything about extra practices on Saturdays, 2 hours. I thank you for everything. Let's go, Buffaloes. Yes, sir. Congratulations. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, if we can have the 1A soccer, boys soccer lineup on the right here. 2A soccer from Vets, you're going to be next. So when they're done, if you can line up. You'd like to introduce our coaches or team from Carson Park, the 1A boys champion, senior center supervisor Christina Herrera.
All right, you guys, let's give a round of applause to our 1A Tigers, please. Let's make some noise. Congratulations, everyone that's here tonight, and especially to them. Unfortunately, the coach could not be here tonight. Coach Garrett, I'm sorry, but we do have our assistant coach here, so we will bring up Jeff to introduce the team.
All right, first up, Jeremiah, our 100% kid, never stops going, engine always turns. Thank you. All right, next up, best hairdo and heart, Richie. Give fives, go, go, go. All right, next up, from our bench, our 12th man, Victor Martinez. Give five. All right, another 12th man, Tanaka. Who's next? All right, I'm going to start with our star player. This guy is magic on a field. I don't know how he does all the footwork, the tricks, the goals from every place around. Dominic, Dom. Good job, buddy. All right, next up, quiet but deadly, Andrew. I had to save the best for last because as a coach and a dad, my son is on the team as well. So I give it out to all the coaches and all the dads and all the coaches' kids that are out there. The coach at the end of the season when the championship teams came up, they needed a dedicated goalie. And I know he loves to score, but he stepped up and all playoffs only let one goal in. Jackson Vach. Thank you. Step Move over here. You gotta step up, step up.
I need here. Come up here. Shorter ones. You.
Coach.
Oh. Oh, you. There you go. 3. Okay. Here. Shoulder to shoulder. Shoulder to shoulder. Shoulder to shoulder. You want to step forward? Step forward. Okay. You guys are good. You come over on this side. You can come right here. There you go. Scoot forward a little bit. No, not you guys. Right there. So you got right behind him. Go right behind him. Okay. Commissioners. Congratulations. Good, good. Big smiles, big smiles.
Here we go, guys. We're here, all right? We're here. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. One more.
Hold still, hold still.
1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
Bring it down. Wait, stay there, stay there. Wait. There you go. Thank you. Congratulations, guys.
Okay, 3A boys soccer, you're on deck. Right now we'd like to bring up the 2A boys soccer. This is from Veterans Park, Veterans FC, Senior Center Supervisor Isaac Gardner.
Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Let's give it up for these 2A boys soccer Veteran FC champs, city champs. Thank you, parents, for coming out. Thank you for supporting your kids throughout this whole time. Thank you, coaches, for volunteering your time to pour into these kids. And thank you, kids, for being such a great group. Without further ado, let me hand it over to Coach Ray to introduce his championship team.
All right. First off, again, thank you, parents, for always bringing the kids to the games and practices. And then a big thank you to Anthony, who's one of our coaches as well. So who's our first person? First up, we have Gabriel. Next up, we have Ruben. Next up, Alan. Mark. Micah. Liam. Julian. Zoid. Noah. Luis. JJ. And last but not least, Hero. Again, thank you, parents, for always bringing them. They didn't make it easy at practice, but they made it easy during the games. Okay. Buffer, pyramid. Right. For a picture, pyramid for a picture.
Yeah, I know. Before she called me. Yeah. Yeah.
You're good, right here, you're good, right here.
Get closer, right behind him.
Dang, I can't even move my arms, bro. I'm not gonna do nothing. I can't even move my arms. Ah, so I can barely go like this.
Okay, 1A girls, you're on deck. 1A girls are on deck. Bring up the 3A boys soccer now from Dolphin Park to introduce their team. Center Supervisor Gwen Whitaker.
I just want to thank the parents for participating in the Dolphin Park program and also the coaches, Miguel and Ines. Where is she? Come on up. Come on up.
Okay, so I just wanna thank the boys for coming out today. What a great season we had. We didn't have that many practices, and the way they just balanced the team out towards the end of the season was tremendous, and really good job on their half. And thank you, boys. Thank you for letting me coach you guys. And I know you guys are getting to an age where it's kind of hard to control you guys, and it's a little tough. But what a great group of boys we have, really. Isaac. So first up, I want to bring up Isaac. You want to just name him in order? Yeah, let's go in order. Let's go in order how you have him right there. We'll just go how you have him. Next up, we have Cameron. David. Up next, Gregory. We have Jacob. Miguel. And we have Noah. Up next, we have Damien. He's not here. And we have Elijah. And last but not least, we have Julian. And a couple of players that unfortunately are not here tonight, but I just want to, say their names. We have Ndukwe, we have Ramses, okay? All right, these are your Dolphin Park champions.
Here you go.
Want me to call you by Okay, 2A girls, you're on deck. Now we're into the girls division for soccer. To bring up introduce the champions from Dominguez Park, Center Supervisor Angel Zamora.
All right, everybody, I'm gonna make this really quick. Just to start off, anytime we do award ceremonies like this, I like to take a second and thank the parents. Without you guys registering the players and getting them to all of the 8 p.m. practices and games on time, you know what I mean? You don't give them the opportunity to come out here and succeed. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and call up the head coach of our Dominguez Park first ever girls 1A champions, Ray Martinez.
Real quick, I want to say thank you to all the parents for bringing the kids to practice, having them there on game day. We had a good turnout every practice. That's why we're here now. Thank you, Angel, Dominguez Park, all the staff, and thank you, City of Carson, for encouraging the girls and doing this for them. And shows them that their hard work doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you, guys. All right. First off, I want to call one of my defenders, Abigail Abundis. Another one of my defenders really held it down back there on the defense, and is a reason. Yeah, and is one of the reasons why we're here. Mackenzie. Another defender, came a long way, always helped out wherever she needed, wherever we needed her. Maya. This girl would play on the midfield, hard work as well, played very hard, came a long way, progressed a lot throughout the season. Melissa. One of the one of the more hardworking girls. One of the reasons why we're here today. Goal scoring, dangerous. Played everywhere on the field. Asked a lot of her. Worked very hard all year round. My daughter, Leah. One of our forwards, hardworking, dedicated, Venus. Another one of our defenders, worked very hard, progressed a lot throughout the season, you know, helped the team get to where we're at. Maddie. This girl right here played striker for us, midfield, hardworking. She was all over the field. Scored a lot throughout the season, scored our winning goal in the championship. Abby, also known as Sneaky. One of our forwards, hardworking, was out there, progressed, got more playing time as the season progressed because she was just giving it her all every single game. Ariana. Another one of our forwards, never wanted to get out, never wanted to get out to take a rest, wanted to play the whole game and always asked to play up top. Hardworking, dedicated, Iris. This player here, last but not least, I mean, only player that played this position throughout the whole year is the reason, honestly, had a lot of great saves. From the beginning, she volunteered to play keep, and man, she held it down back there. All her parents and everyone else, you guys see, all the other teams that we played against always, you know, came up to me and talked about her because of the way she played goalkeeper back there. Olivia.
All right, one more round of applause for our girls 1A city champions.
Okay, our final two teams are both from Carson Park. We'll be starting with the 2A girls. So we'll bring up again Christina Herrera to introduce your coaches.
All right, you guys, before you leave, especially the girls 1A, before you guys leave, if we can give a big round of applause to our Parks and Rec Commission and Scott and Nancy for agreeing to divide up the boys and girls for soccer. This is the second year that they've been separated. They've always played co-ed, but it's nice to see the girls in there and play hard and really get aggressive without feeling uncomfortable with the boys being there. But thank you guys for separating them. Scott, thank you for letting me bend your ear and splitting them up because it's really nice to go out there and watch them just give it their all. With that, I'm going to bring up our coach that helped coach 3 teams this season, Coach Daisy.
Just thank you to all the parents for everything. We went a really good season, only lost 1 game, so we had over 20 goals that our team scored, so we did really, really good. All the girls did really good job. Everybody showed 100%. I was the head coach, and then my assistant coach, Coach Shorty, helped me a lot too. All right, so we're gonna start with Sofia Mosqueda. Good job. Alyssa Vargas. Huh? Good job. Andrea Vargas. Viviana Cuevas. Sofia Nunes. Good job, Sophie. Alina Diaz. Thank you. Good job. Leila Avila. Good job. Irie Ross. Good job. Cici Cuevas. Good job. And then Mia Sanchez, who gave us our 2 winning goals in championship game. Good job, Mia. And then my personal favorite, my daughter, Valerie Lemus. And then we have our goalie, Cadence, but she unfortunately couldn't make it today. But
We're gonna take a photograph. Want you?
Okay, before we bring our last team off up, I'd like to just invite you, if you haven't signed up for for softball, or your little brothers or sisters haven't signed up for t-ball, or your younger brothers for baseball, do so now. We've got about a month more for that. And also just thank you to everybody, all the coaches and parents. We've got one more team to go. And also to our youth sports coordinator, Nancy Roussis, who has been youth sports coordinator now for a little over 30 years, I believe. So give her a round of applause. Our 3A girls now from Carson Park.
Way to age her, Scott. She's only 21. All right, you guys. Well, again, 3A girls, Carson Park. Woohoo! I want to give a special thank you to these two coaches. Both of them are staff, but believe it or not, they coached every practice and every game on their personal time because I begged them to please coach a girls 318 for me, and they did. So thank you, Christina and Diego. So Christina was actually the head coach for this team.
After Kids Club, yes. I want to first say thank you to the girls. You guys showed up to every practice, every game. You suffered through my 2.5-hour practices. Yeah, we practiced for a long time, but it was worth it. We only lost one game. Nope, we averaged like 6 goals a game. We put in the work. They put in the work. So thank you. And now they're off playing on their own teams, club, school, everything. So good job. Parents, thank you for suffering through my 2.5-hour practices. My assistant coach showed up to every game while also coaching a 3A boys team, so shout out to him. So come on up here. Okay, yeah. So first, this girl, I begged her to use that left foot every single time. But during the end of the season, she started to. She was a crazy striker for me the whole season, and she worked hard every single time. Daylene. She looked. Why you look so stupid? Oh my goodness, this girl. She was a stud in my back line, but towards the end of the season, I started giving her a chance to play midfield, and she was a really good midfielder, so I hope she continues to play. Kayla. I was looking at Kayla. Ma'am. This next girl, the same thing. She begged me all the time to play up top, and I finally gave in. And she played midfield for me a lot. She played center back for me a lot, and she was really, really aggressive out there. Kelsey. I feel bad for this girl because the amount of runs I had to send her on playing left mid every single game just for her not to get the ball sometimes and have to keep making run after run after run after run. But she got it. She got a couple goals after doing it a couple times. So thank you. I hope you keep playing though, Lily. Come on up, Lily. And I got a couple girls not here. One has club practice and one just made the Carson High team. So congrats to her. And 2 are at a basketball game right now. So hope they're playing good. But yes, thank you guys. Hope you sign up again.
All right. Once again, for the record, congratulations to all of the champion teams. So happy to have you guys here. Thank you for everybody who stayed. So you can see this wonderful presentation. We'll move on to agenda item number 2, the parks and construction projects updates. Who's going to take it, Mr. Gerson or Mr. Whitaker?
Thank you for that. We've had a lot of work over the last 6 to 8 months in regards to construction projects. I want to first off thank my staff, Tim Grierson and his admin specialist, Christine Lutu, and also Michaela Brown, who have done a tremendous job in assisting him and making sure all the paperwork is completed in the way that it's supposed to. And so at this particular time, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Tim Grierson, Recreation Superintendent.
Thank you, Director Whitaker. So if we look up the screen, we have some updates for you. I know it's been a couple months since we last saw you. Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a great holiday. And let's go ahead. So recreation updates will include Carriage Crest, Foysia, Mills, and Veteran Sports Complex. So here's some estimated completion dates. They do change with rain delays and things unforeseen, things that happen. So Veteran Sports Complex, I'm happy to say that it was completed in November. It's under warranty for a year, so any issues, missing bolts coming out, we're having them come out and fix it. Foysia Park, I know I saw some of you out there, so beautiful park. That was dedicated this past Saturday. Looks like carpet out there, that grass, so can't wait to see baseball out there. Next one is Carriage Crest Park, and right now it says April, but I know they're doing stick build now, so it's actually probably more like June, and that could change depending on elements. And Mills Park, it's kind of been delayed. Right now, we're working on combining the leftover work from Phase 1 into Phase 2 for the expansion. So that is right now late 2026. So you guys seen this picture before? This is Carriage Crest, going from 5 acres to 15 acres. You could see a lot more parking. So there's gonna be 2 parking lots. The main building is kind of stay the same. A lot of the money went into the expansion of the 10 acres. So you can see 3 baseball fields. You have a snack bar in the middle of those 3 baseball fields. You have, this is probably an older one. We have 2 basketball courts, 2 picnic shelters, a playground. So I apologize. This is an older photo here. Pickleball, 3 courts. And then we have that dog park in the bottom right. For large and small dogs. And then we also have 2 artificial turf fields. You can play high school soccer on 2 soccer fields. So we'll have flag football in there as well. Here are some construction photos. If you've gone by, still a lot of dirt out there, but we have that marquee frame going up on the corner. So that's going to be a large electronic display so we could let everybody know what's going on in the city of Carson. You can see the playground curb, and they're actually starting to install the playground equipment as well. Well, if you were out there on Saturday, you saw this. This is Foysia Park. So we have a nice amphitheater stage with shaded sails for picnic areas, tables, barbecue, serving table, all new irrigation, higher fences for the t-ball fields, or for the baseball fields. And then a new playground with tiles for this, instead of playing pour, tiles for the playground surface. So, and then 2 more picnic shelters around that playground. Some photos. Looks like carpet up there in that top right. And this is Mills Park. So right now this is showing the outside. This would be combining the 2 playgrounds into 1 playground kind of area, kind of cutting into the hill, putting a retaining wall there, making a full-size basketball court, and then converting that wading pool and changing that out to a splash pad so we could use it. And then we are looking at doing building expansion. We are also looking at updating the outdoor fitness equipment, so that would be great, and picnic shelters with walkways. So ADA, a lot of concrete work as well. And electronic marquee going off of Central. Just some photos of Mills Park. So they poured the concrete pad for the basketball court, and then now it's currently contractor at the time wasn't performing up to the standards that the city needed. A lot of delays, so we had to go ahead and let the contractor go. So now we're working on getting a new one. So that's the current site. And the last one here is Veteran Sports Complex. The main gym, we had some old bleachers there from the original install back in the 90s. So we were able to tap into the annual allocations that we had from Measure A from LA County. So it did not cost the city any money for this. They just had to front the cost, and then we do the reimbursement. So all new, brand new bleachers, both side. And then we also at the same time did the floor. So we had to coordinate 2 projects through the timeline, and then we also brand new maple floor. And now I'm going to pass it out to my partner in crime, Modesto Bolanos, our park maintenance superintendent.
Thank you, Tim. Good evening, commissioners, and Happy New Year. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of park maintenance and the things that we've done this year. So I really wanted to introduce this article. There was an article written about our division, about all the improvements that we've done for our irrigation at our parks. I think this article is very important because it captures the hard work that the men and women are doing out there on the parks. We have 20 to 30-year-old facilities. They have old bones, and we're updating all the irrigation to it, all the turf, and I think this article really captures the hard work. And if you guys are very interested in reading it, I can provide you the link to that. It has pictures, I mean, things that we've done from the beginning till now, and I think it shows a lot of information of everything that we've done. This next slide is the Stevenson Playground. So if you guys are familiar with Stevenson Playground, the playgrounds had a lot of sand, a lot of sand, right? And Director Whitaker and I and the team, we found it best to replace that sand, which is kind of a cesspool for germs, right? We have animals using that as, litter boxes, right? And so we wanted to take that out and make that priority to replace all that. So this is before, and this would be the after. That's what it looks like now. So it's more than 50 cubic yards of certified playground wood chips. So that's that one. Infield laser leveling, as promised, we have a 3-year maintenance contract for laser leveling every year at the parks. This year, as promised again, we started off with Callis Park. This is the before, and this is the after. So Callis Park had 50 tons of infield mix. Not only did we do infield mix, we did new base pegs, new home plates, new pitching rubbers, and also 2 new solder around the transition lip. And it looks immaculate. It looks beautiful. The next slide is turf maintenance. We did a lot of turf maintenance in the month of November and December. We did turf maintenance and shut down fields at Carson Park, I believe it was Hemingway Park, Dominguez Park, and Dolphin Park. So in that turf maintenance, we did dethatching, leveling, added more than 75 tons of 2 mil sand, and also more than probably, I would say, 300 pounds of tall fescue seed. So this is the work in progress, and the next slide is the after. This is what we get, the results, when we get to close our fields down for a little bit, live 2 to 3 months, give it the love it needs and the rest it needs. These are the results. This next slide is herbicide application. So I noticed that Veterans Park was having an invasive species, right, of this weed. We call it wireweed in the field. So this weed is a clump of weed that just grows and becomes a hazard to the playing surface. You don't get the ball to roll evenly. The ball rolls bumpy, and then players step on that and can injure themselves in their ankles. And so we took an aggressive measure at Veterans Park to get rid of it. So if you do see the grass, dollar spots, little yellows here and there, that's because of the herbicide application that we put down. However, on Monday, we started fertilization and reseeding of Veterans Park. We closed the field down. We worked on the irrigation. So we're going to close it down for 2 weeks. We should see results in 2 weeks with the new seed. And looking ahead, the next slide, We are laser leveling. We should finish in May. We're not going to interrupt any baseball games, so whatever fields we can't get before baseball season because of the rains, it did push us back a little bit. We'll go ahead start them after baseball season so we don't disrupt any games. Finish in May. And then we have the tennis court fencing coming up where we're going to replace the tennis court fencing at Stevenson and also that backflow at Stevenson Park.
Mr. Chair and Commission, I think that they've done an exceptional job in regards to pre-planning all of this, training their staff. A lot of this should be done by a lot of contractors, but they've actually sent their staff to training to get this knowledge to bring it back to Carson and be able to do it themselves. We've purchased the equipment. We have the knowledge. The best part about it is that we're able to do it in-house. There's no city that's doing this type of work and that's producing these types of results. So I just want to say great job to Superintendent Bolanos.
And I think I would be remiss if I didn't say that it also took your vision and lobbying in order to get that department brought into the Rec and Parks department. So yes and yes. So thank you. So thank you so much for that. Before we move on to agenda item number 3, there are 2 matter of housekeeping items that we need to do. I will accept a motion to receive and file agenda item number 1.
So move the motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. Motion carries unanimously. And I'll take a motion to receive and file agenda item number 2.
So move item number 2 as well.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you so much. Let's move on to agenda item number 3, Carson Event Center, Amphitheater, and Courtyard Schedule of Fees. Director Whitaker.
Yes, sir. This item was brought on the onto our schedule today in regards to a decision that was made by City Council in regards to the fees that we would charge temporarily. We are going to be completing a fee survey to determine what the price would be for this particular area. And I don't want to go too far. I want our superintendent of community services to talk about this a little bit and give some information in regards to this. Superintendent Bobby Grove did a lot of work on this particular project, and I want to make sure that he can provide this information.
Good evening, commissioners. Yeah, so just to give you a quick update, what we did was look at all the local venues around here that are somewhat comparable to our new amphitheater. And the closest one for us was the city of Gardena that has an outdoor venue, and it's roughly $800 an hour. So that was kind of like our peak level. And we looked at other venues that was similar. The closest one was out there in PV, and that just wasn't as big, as well as a site at the Grand in downtown Long Beach, and that's not even as close. So what we did was we came up with what's the best rate that we could put out there, and we try to keep it like that mid-level rate right in between until we know what we can really charge everybody. As of right now, the city council approved the rates of $700 per hour and 50% off for residents. That's for the large amphitheater. For the courtyard, it's $400 per hour and $200 for residents. The council did decide on having resident rate all 7 days a week now for the amphitheater as well as the courtyard. So with that, the city is conducting a new fee study to determine whether the fees are going to change. They can go up, they can go down depending on the fee study. So that's supposed to be happening later this year. And once that's complete, it'll establish the new fees moving forward. So this is what we have for now. And we look forward to renting this place out this coming spring, summer.
I just want to add to that, Mr. Chair and Commission, that the amount that we will be able to provide for this particular space, this is a space that was empty. It was grass and concrete, dirt, shrubbery. It wasn't a space where we can actually provide an event. And so this being a space where we could rent out, once we rent out these spaces, I intend for the first year, we'll already be in the red in regards to the amount of money we would have paid for this particular space. It's a beautiful space. I'm sure most of you have seen it, and we anticipate that since we've received this price for this particular area, it's going to be reserved quite frequently, especially for weddings this coming summer. So Bobby did a great job in terms of making sure that he stayed on top of the contractors and getting things out in a specific timeline. And so I want to thank him for doing a great job and making sure that we had everything ready to go. It's very important to have it ready to go for this particular year in 2026. We have a lot that's going on in the city of Carson, whether it be personal reservations or some events that we may have for our upcoming delegations for FIFA 2026 and Carson 2028. So great job, Bobby.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair?
We'll go.
Um, Mr. Chairman, if you may, Director, quick question. I know we're talking about the fee schedule. Have we defined or the mission or the use of the facility? For instance, I'll give you an example. Filipino community is a very diverse group. We have, even the city of Carson itself is a very diverse community. In our community, they have different opinion on different things, like political, against here, against there. Do we allow that type if they want to rent it out? Have we defined the limitation or who can rent it out? Because I can see that let's say we have so many factions, for instance, in my community, and one wants to do a rally, for instance. Since it's an open field, I know this is fee schedule that we're speaking of, but do we have any kind of limitation as to what's the use for? Is it limited to weddings, limited to organization, non-political? Have we defined that at all?
For this particular area, this is the first that we've had in terms of this type of space. And so I think that those situations will be dealt by a limited basis in terms of depending on what type of actual event. So it won't be where it's just open and we're going to be able to do everything. This is a public space, and we do understand that. And people do have the right to rent the space in any way that they would like to, but at the same time, we have to make sure that it's within the factions of the city of Carson's rules and regulations of what we can provide. If it's something that's above and beyond, either we would charge additional fees for that, or we would say we cannot accommodate that type of event. And so it's definitely going to be dealt with on a case-by-case basis in regards to this, because it is a private space.
Got it. All right, thank you. I'm not clear yet, but I do have some follow-up. I'll follow up that on some other, and I'll get some clarification on that. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Briantes?
Mr. Chair, just a clarification. The rental of the venue, would that be inclusive of tables and chairs already, or it's only the space? Thank you.
The facility rental is just the same as any other room at the event center. If you don't have catering or anything, you have to pay for all the equipment. If you do have catering, all the equipment's waived. So it's no different than any other room at the center. It's treated the same.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I have a follow-up question from Commissioner Briantes. So we can bring our own catering now, or we have to continue being specific with the one that the city has?
The city's under contract with Cora Event Services, and they're the exclusive catering for the city. So unfortunately, no. Okay. It's still Cora.
Thought you had something here. Commissioner Hilliard.
I remember we were talking about that. I don't know if that was last year or the year before, about the catering. Did we ever get an update? How long is the contract? Yeah.
So this actually came up a while ago, recently. So the contract was first established in 2022, where it was open to everybody who wanted to bid on it. We had a few inquiries that were interested that wanted to bid, but Cora was the only service that provided it. It was on a 3-year contract, which was up last year. It actually got extended last year because we have 2 1-year extensions on that. So we're in that first year extension, and then we also have to offer a new 1-year extension after that, should we choose to continue. Just so you guys are aware, the biggest issue that we came up with when we put this out to bid, people were interested. However, the fact was when they had to see they would have to service everybody, they would have to bring staffing in, they would have to bring all their food in, they would have to cook it here and be able to use all these different rooms that are going on at the same time, multiple parties. We lost a few people because we had the DoubleTree was interested, Jay's Catering was interested, and a few others that actually reached out to us inquiring, but however, none of them put in bids. The only one that did put in bids was Cora. So the max we can go is 1 more year, and then after that, we have to go back out to bid again.
One more question. And so when you rent out the space, you have to use that catering if you decide to have catering.
If you decide to have any food or beverages, you got to go through Cora.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
We have an exclusive contract with them.
What I will say is in regards to that is the contract that we do have with them, we do get residual in regards to funds that comes back to the city of Carson, not only taxes, but we have a certain amount. I believe it's 20% that comes back to the city of Carson with all of the things that they utilize for the catering services.
Commissioner Cortado, and then we'll go to
Jackie can go first.
Okay.
Bobby, I was just wondering, it says the event center room rental rates only Monday through Thursday. So do you have another sheet that would reflect the rates for the weekend?
So the question you're asking is about the Monday through Thursday for Hall ABC and the Carson Dominguez room?
All of them, yes.
All of them? So that recently did change, so we're updating that as well. But the resident rate applies across the board 7 days a week.
Thank
So
you.
that was the change.
Thank you.
And that was a council decision on the last council meeting, just FYI.
Commissioner Cortado.
Thank you. So with the new room rates for the amphitheater, because since the city's changing everything, in these fees, are we charging people who rent our facilities for security? Because over the holidays, there was a video on TikTok that went viral, and it was people fighting at our event center at a Christmas party. So, and I watched the entire 5-minute video, and not once did I see a security guard show up to stop it. So in this, are we having people who, not so much having parties that are just vendors doing a program, but anything that has to do with serving of alcohol?
So we do have security out there, and in that particular instance, that was drinking that was outside in the parking lot where we had an issue. It wasn't actually in the event center. The sheriffs were notified. By the time they arrived, everything was gone already. They had already split away from it. However, we do have security guards on site 24/7. What we do is for particular events where we know there might be additional issues, even the clients will tell us, we want to add additional security. We work with our public safety team so that we can work with the sheriffs to have them available as needed.
Well, this event, the fight was in the atrium, not out in the parking lot. And it was a 5-minute long video.
Okay.
And it was in the atrium, not out in the parking lot. So
Okay,
I
that was
just want to
another
know
one.
if when we rent out our facility, are we charging them extra to have security present when there is alcohol involved?
We do not charge them extra. It's part of it. However, we do notify our public safety teams of all of our events that are happening over the weekend, so they know if they're a big event, if there's going to be alcohol involved. They make sure that the sheriffs are aware and we have extra security as needed. Unfortunately, that event happened, and occasionally that can happen, but we do our best to make sure that we have security available as needed and call the sheriffs and get our local public safety team out here to help out when we need them.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Gonzalez. Okay. I think that's it.
You guys have a lot of questions for me. You never do this to me. It's
Wait,
okay.
hold on. Let me get mine out real quick. No, I'm so
Big Tech's the best. Gotcha.
I know. Thank you. I will take a motion to receive and file.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to receive and file item number 3.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. All right. Now we're going on to public oral communications on agenda items. There are none. Moving on to the consent calendar, items 4, 5, and 6. Are there any items that any commissioners want to pull off for discussion? If not, I will take a motion to approve the consent calendar as printed.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Moving on to our discussion portion. Agenda item number 7, Delamo Park beautification update. Director Whitaker.
Yes, this particular item was brought up by Commissioner Langston of the Parks and Recreation Commission. That is the park that he actually services. He wanted to find out what type of events we do to improve the aesthetic look of that particular area. And so in that, Superintendent of Park Maintenance, Bolanos, has been working towards that. And so at this time, I'll give him an update. He'll give you an update.
So the department believes it is important that commissioners remain actively involved with their community at local parks. One way to do so is through participation in seasonal special projects. In the last meeting, the group decided to move forward with the beautification at Delamo Park. Due to the current basketball season, we were unable to host any beautifications in the month of January. Upon conclusion of the basketball season, a date will be scheduled and the commission will be informed. In order to make it easier for commissioners and volunteers to attend, the beautification will be held on a Saturday in the month of February or March.
I want to thank you for that, Superintendent Bolanos. We have a plan. We have been working with the county in regards to Delamo Park. We did a walkthrough last week, and when we really have to make some hard decisions in regards to Delamo Park, it has been suggested that we go through a construction process for that particular park and actually raise the level of the field to bring it above sea level. Being below sea level causes many, many problems in regards to the money that the city puts into this particular facility. Unfortunately, every time when we do it, we have a certain area that's flooded that we cannot use, and it's standing water that can be dangerous to children, adults, seniors. In addition to that, it also provides a lot of water where we have electrical problems at that particular site as well. The biggest issue is that it's sitting on top of a PAT system. We can't drive a vehicle bigger than a cart onto that particular system because the weight would be too much to withstand any vehicle on that particular system. And so we've met with the county on multiple occasions. We've had 2 meetings to be more exact in regards to trying to find out what we could do or what needs to be done in this particular process to clean it up. Our superintendent of recreation and park maintenance have redone the basketball courts in that particular area. If you notice, we're making changes to all of the basketball courts, but this is the one area that we cannot because it's not safe to actually put another basketball court in the ground at this particular time because of our uncertainty. But not only that, the actual restriping and repainting of the court for the kids to make it aesthetically look pleasing, the calcium that comes up from the bottom of the ground, it totally takes over what we've done within a matter of 3 to 4 weeks. It costs the city multiple thousands of dollars to do that. And so I treat the bank account of the city like my own. I wouldn't do it. And so I would not put this type of paint on this particular area until we find a resolution in regards to this. And so we want this commission to understand that this is an important process for us. This is a great park. It is part of the fabric of this city from the very beginning, and we will find an answer to fix this, but we are working with the county right now to find out what's the best solution to get across this threshold to make things a lot better. That concludes our report.
Thank you. Any discussion? Okay, I have a couple of questions. Um, I'm just curious then because I certainly recognize the danger that exists there. Um, has there been a study to kind of talk about if nothing happens there, what some of the long term impact would be if like no other kind of repairs were to happen? Because I would imagine if it's sitting in a bowl that is not standing still, especially when you have water uh, that potentially causes erosion and all kind of stuff. Like, has there been any kind of studies that says if we do nothing in 20 years and this is what the result is, or have we seen like any kind of degradation over the last 20 or 50 years or whatnot? And part of the reason I'm asking um, is because I, from communities are very, very possessive of their parks. And there's a reality that if you do have to embark on a major project to retrofit to or whatever the case is, then there's a case where you're gonna have to make a case to the public, much like I'm sure you have to do with Carriage Crest, much like how you have to do it with Mills, except that those were more, I feel like, enhancing programming and aesthetic more so than this is actual infrastructure and environmental. And so I think as a commission, if we understand really what the long term impact negatively could be, then it helps us to be able to carry that same message into the community, so that you're not carrying it by yourself or the council's not. So
I appreciate that comment, and I think that that's a extremely valid comment in regards to what we're facing at this particular point. We've met with the county twice to try to figure out what their position is on it, because as of right now, we're releasing this particular land, and so it adds in an additional piece to the mix in regards to how we can make it better. What I will say is that since we've met with the county, we've had some information in regards to those meetings, but they have not gone through with a full review of that particular area to see what the long term, what it's going to look like 10, 15, or whether we do this or whether we don't, what our actual views will be. And so we have not done that as of yet. We are trying to make sure that we stay in line with Los Angeles County, because it is a channel for them in regards to what it does for the actual community. But at this particular time, they have not done anything in that level to do research to find out what that will look like in 10 or 15 years. What I will do is I think that it might even be best to invite maybe one or two members of the commission next time we have a meeting with them to be able to answer some questions or ask some questions in regards to that, to make sure that some of those questions are they're in front of the entire body, the entire board, so that there's an understanding of where we're going with this. We've received some preliminary information, but I will say that based on the meetings that we've had so far, we're still in the process of trying to find the cause, trying to find the reason, and so there are people that are actively looking for that answer. But up until now, that's the only thing that we've been able to do is have a couple of meetings with the county and have some internal meetings about troubleshooting what we want to do, what our next issues will be, what we want to tackle next in regards to that. Actually, we had a meeting there last week to find out some issues, and we brought in some of our public works employees to find out what their thoughts, what their opinions are, and how we can typically move forward for this. So we put this on the agenda for a reason. We're going to leave this on the agenda because this is something that I think that we need to continue to talk about moving forward. It is not something that can be dropped at this particular point because it definitely bodes well for the safety of the community.
Thank you. I will say too, just the little bit of time I spent in construction in my career. I know that there are, and maybe you recommend this to the county. There are companies out there that actually are now using AI and digital twin technology to be able to do some of that forecasting and those projections, and it's proved very very valuable on a lot of large scale infrastructure projects. And so, if the county does push back, we know that the technology is there, so it's not a matter of can't do it; it's a matter of do they want to. So, and I think it's important that the residents know if they want to or if they can't, because that makes a difference in how we deal with them when it time comes for residents to speak up.
Definitely.
Any other questions, discussion? Yes. Please.
You said you want a couple of commissioners to go. I think Langston and yourself should go.
Oh, well. Unfortunately, that's not up for vote, so we'll leave it up to the discretion of Director Whitaker.
I withdraw my question.
Good. Okay. Any other questions, concerns? Seeing none here now, I'll take a motion to receive and file.
So,
and a motion second. I'll take. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Moving on to agenda item, the last agenda item before oral communications. Agenda item number 8, the PID mural request.
Mr. Chair, before you give it to the director, I did recall requesting this a couple of months ago before we go dark. Anyway, as I recall, I called you back, Mr. Director, to withdraw my request, and maybe that fell to the crack. So I don't mind if you withdraw this item because it's really moot and academic as far as what the city stands. So, Mr. Chairman, can you give him the floor?
Mr. Vice Chair, you're exactly right. This actually was something that was voted on by City Council. Your information exactly correct in that regard. Anything that we would like to discuss in regards to this particular item, as you stated before in our prior conversation, that it would definitely have to go to City Council and they would have to make a judgment on top of a judgment that has already been made. And so I would ask that I agree that we should definitely remove this from the agenda.
But before we close this session, this item, quick question: because I did met with the artist that originally did this, and he's here from the Philippines. If we raise private funds, for instance, just gonna do a restoration, and do we need the city council or your office for an approval to touch up some sort of a minor touch up for our mural that's owned by the city?
I think that the mural that he put up was before the decision was made by City Council in regards to murals and how they would be applied to the city of Carson. I think that anything after that particular time to go in and make any touch-ups, I think it would be a best to have a courtesy to the city council members to go in and maybe just go and speak to the city council to make sure that that is okay in regards to that. There hasn't been any decisions made in regards to what has already been done, but by him going in and touching up a mural, it would be actually altering the original mural that was made, and that would go against what the actual decision was by city council. So I would suggest if that is the case, it would be best for us to have a conversation on the side to just make sure that we're following the right protocols.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Chair, thank you.
Thanks. So I think for a matter of procedure, because we did adopt the agenda as printed, and there was some discussion, even though a formal report was not read, there is a report that's in the agenda. So we can't necessarily remove it, but we can consider this item discussed. And so with that, I will take a motion to receive and file.
So move.
In a second. Motion has been properly moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. And we're going to move on to public oral communication for matters not listed on the agenda. And I see a long line of nobody waiting at the mic. Thank you. Commissioners, oral communications and park report. Commissioner Gonzalez, we'll start with you and move our way down.
Welcome back, everybody, and we're looking forward for 2026. And with that, thank you.
We'll just keep going in order, like dominoes. Commissioner Briantis.
Good evening once more. I'd like to make a report on our Carson Park and some of the concerns that were raised. The lighting in the playground needs to be improved because it's so dark and kids still play until the very last minute of the night. And also, the same issues with regards to the swing, the sound of creaking sound, which is kind of eerie, but at the same time exciting. So if that can be a solution, given a solution. And the flooring as well, I mean the playground area is still having some issues as raised by Christina. Overall, she was happy to inform us that the support of the director and the staff is overwhelming. Some of the issues still that continue are dogs waste in the park, in the grass area, and most of the trees in the side areas have a lot of leaves on the ground. And I don't know if they usually do it, but each time I go in the morning and evening, there's a lot of leaves. So I don't know if they clean them during the day when I am not visiting the area. And Christina says that they had the most active event this season, having 34 teams for the basketball and volleyball teams. And kudos to that. And for that, that concludes my report. Thank you.
Hello,
Commissioner
and welcome
Hunter.
back, everyone. Happy New Year. Oh, is it my turn? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying, Commissioner Hunter.
Okay. Well, I've been to my park a couple of times. The participants there seem to really enjoy. Thank you for mentioning about the sand over there by the playground. Um, I read that in here. Appreciate that. The basketball courts, they love the basketball courts. I met the new supervisor. I think I met him here when he first started over in our other room. I really appreciate what you guys done. I can walk on the grass. I don't even worry about falling in holes anymore. The water, the water fountain over there. I thought you guys said you guys were gonna move it, but it's still there. Was it repaired? And that's why it's still there over there by the baseball. The, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just waiting to see. And as far as for the lighting, you guys did a good job. The security cameras, I guess, are we gonna get those in over there by the office and in the back? Everybody's writing. Okay. All right. Well,
So,
go ahead.
the, just so you know, they will address all of your questions during the director's report. So they're not ignoring you. They're just taking notes so that they can respond. That's all.
Yeah, I'm waiting for an answer. It's like, anybody? Okay,
No,
thank
he's
you.
not being rude.
All right. So, that's my report. Everybody seemed to be happy. They did an event for some people I know. They were awesome. They had everything ready when they came into the end. When they left, they did a great job helping them. So I have no complaints, you guys, none. Writing that down. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Johnson.
Good evening and welcome back. Happy New Year. I don't have much to report at Anderson Park. Everything is looking beautiful, and I'm grateful. I did get a chance to attend Fosia's grand reopening on Saturday, and it was beyond impressive. Absolutely beautiful. The vision for the city of Carson, I am proud to be a resident. And people that are using the park, you just see smiles on their faces. So I'm very, very happy. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Secretary Hilliard.
I just wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody and welcome back. The only other thing, I don't have much to report, but I just wanted to say that whoever decided to put our meetings at the parks every now and then, that was a really good decision. Very good decision. Okay. And so, we just had people talking about how they like, coming to our meetings and hearing and seeing what's going on and all the updates. So, yeah, that was it. Welcome back, everybody.
Thank you. Vice Chair King.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I do want to congratulate the staff, your leadership, Director Mike, for Poesia Park, who happens to be my park being assigned to. So did a great job, everybody. I know now I think the Superintendent Bolanos now can sleep because anyway, you did a great job. I do have one item that I need because I get a lot of people calling me and texting me about the pickleball. Now that sports be very popular now. I just got a text while we're talking about it. I do have to leave because I have to pick up my wife, but I know it's at some point it will be. I just want to give them some answer on what it will be. So other than that, it was fantastic. It's a uh, great job you did. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner, I know you need to leave, and I want to give you that before you get out of here. The actual pickleball court is coming to Forcia Park. We have a handball wall that's there currently. We're going to take the handball wall down, and we're going to put a private pickleball court. If we can fit two there, that is our plan. But I know that we plan to at least minimum, we will have one pickleball court
What's the time frame?
at Forcia Park. We anticipate 6 to 8 months.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Great. Commissioner Brown.
Happy New Year, everyone. As everyone knows, Mills Park is still down. They're not even moving dirt. So, Mickey, the park director, hurt herself at the toy giveaway. She fell, and I think she fractured her arm and messed up her knee. So I haven't talked to her, but they're still holding events at the park. They're still renting that out. Also, I attended the Martin Luther King Jr. event with the community center, and I also received my certificate, my CPR certificate. That was a long class, but yeah, I was able to get through. And again, I went to the grand opening this week at Forcia Park. Beautiful. The grass is like carpet. That park is just, I can't say enough about it. It was really nice. So hats off to the staff and stuff. I mean, when you go to all the parks, and I've driven to 3 or 4 of them, I mean, the grounds are just awesome. Modesto, I can't, you and your group is just, they're just doing it. Everybody is commenting on how good our parks look. So you've done a wonderful job. I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Cortado.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I went to Callis Park and their security lights, some of them don't work unless the physical light is on. So there must be some sort of wiring cross because the security light should be on even if the park lights aren't on. Um, Also, the snack bar, once again, over the ground is very uneven. Um, And then they also would like to know when the park will be closing for the, I guess it's the reclaimed water barrels going underneath it. So they're asking, you know, a heads up on when that is, because in September they have their car show, and then we have um, baseball, t-ball, softball starting. So they kind of want to get an idea of time frame. Um, Also, the windscreens for the tennis court, those still haven't been put up. Um, and then I was. So that's it for the park. But I have. Um, so looking on social media and seeing the Carson Parks and Recreation Facebook page and some of these flyers that we have, we've had enough events to where, you know, if we put pictures on them, can we actually put pictures of people at our events instead of like an AI stock photo that's being used on some of them? Because I can't remember what flyer it was, but it had like some stock photos that really didn't even have to do with um, stuff that happened at that park. The other thing with our social media for the city, when I tried to register for the Foisia grand opening, you know, with the flyer and the QR code, there was no link. So I literally had to screenshot that flyer, text it to my daughter, then go into her room and open it for the QR code. Because when I went on ActiveNet, the last event was Winterfest. There was no Foisia opening or anything like that on the city website. So we kind of need to make it more user friendly for people that, you know. And when I went on the Facebook tonight, there's posts on there from like 2017. There's posts on there from Carson City, Nevada, that has nothing to do with, you know, our city. Um, when you first open up the page, it showed a Winterfest flyer from 2024. So people see that and they're like, oh, well, they don't update their stuff, so I'm, you know, not going to waste my time. So if we could make our social media more user friendly to where, you know, they can, you know, click on the links, you know, register to go to Winterfest, or, you know, sign up for baseball, that'd be, you know, a lot better. Um, and then with all the parks that we're upgrading, I think I noticed that Foyce is opening, since I couldn't go because I got sick. That playground is an all abilities playground now. My question is when we do all the other parks, are we incorporating, you know, all ability stuff in those as well? Um, Windscreens. And now that majority of people have, you know, signed up from ActiveNet, like Scott was saying, you know, the numbers were down because people didn't sign up for ActiveNet. Can we make it easier to where maybe they can go to the park instead of having to go to the community center or go to the corporate yard to sign up for ActiveNet? Um, you know, maybe have a staff member learn how to do the, you know, changing of ActiveNet. Um, Went to the senior holiday party, which was always a great turnout for the seniors. Bobby staff at the event center does an amazing job, um, you know, setting those up. Um, and then I also wanted to bring up, so a couple months ago, I went to the City of Torrance Parks and Recreation Commission meeting just to see, you know, how it ran. I would suggest that maybe, I think there's this next, I think it's the first Monday of the month, that maybe we all go and see how, you know, other cities' parks and recreation go. I was not impressed with it. Their commissioners do not go out and check their parks. They don't give back report on things that they see at the parks. Because I took my grandson to a park in Torrance, and there's literally, it went up to the middle of my shin, difference between the sand and the padding, to where I almost fell and sprained my ankle. So our grounds for Carson, stellar. None of the commissioners give report back on any park. The only park that looks nice in Torrance is Wilson Park.
Because I got the farmers market.
Uh huh. And they have staff in the gym. All the other parks are unstaffed. Um, so I went because they're going to rename a park in Torrance. So I just wanted to see, what their protocols were. But watching the whole thing, what we do here, what our staff does in the city of Carson is amazing. The highlight of their meeting was the chair gets to press the starter gun for turkey trot. They don't really do events. The city staff gives them reports on what's going on at their parks, on stuff that they've done at their, maintenance that they've done on the parks. Which, taking my grandson to a park in Torrance, I don't like it. The padding is falling apart like ours is. But, Carson is taking the steps to change that to where it's easier to fix. So I just wanted to let everybody know that I did go to a Parks and Recreation Commission for another city, and by far, Carson. I give it up to Director Whitaker, Tim, Bobby, Modesto. They do an excellent job with, everything that we have here. Also, when I was there, they had a presentation from a group called South Bay Park Land Conservancy that is maybe something we might want to have them come in and do here, because it's South Bay. We're right next door to Torrance, and maybe we can learn something, because they have Madrona Marsh, but don't we have? I think we have something in Carson that's like that. So maybe we could have them come out and do a presentation. So, and Happy New Year. I'm excited for the new year and what we're gonna accomplish, and I think that's it.
Thank you. Commissioner DeHealy? Hit your button. There you go. There you go.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's nice to see everybody again. There's only one issue that I have to report on my park, Dolphin Park. It is something similar to Commissioner Kaindek, that the pickleball is becoming too popular. A lot of tennis players have transferred already playing pickleball. And every time I go there, they always ask. Well, they're very appreciative, of course, of what happened to Dolphin Park's pickleball. Very, very nice. Very, very beautiful. Both tennis and pickleball court. They are very appreciative. But one question is always coming up. That's why I'm asking the good director, is there a possibility of adding another pickleball in that park? Because they banned themselves, those pickleball players, 42 of them, and they're planning, or they have done already, to make an appeal to have an additional pickleball in Dolphin Park. So may I ask the good director?
Please tell them no. Don't call. Don't. We
I haven't the director, but that question comes up all the time, because a lot of them would not be able to play in one day except to be there very early and they have organized to have a very practical way of distributing their time of playing. But they asked me, and that would be for them to decide. I said, I might ask the director if there is a positive answer, then I could inform you. That ends my report. Thank you.
Thank you. So, very quickly, my report: Stevenson Park. Everything is going well. No real major issues in terms of new major issues. Just want to ask a couple of questions. And well, one, happy to see that the playground is being renovated. Sure the kids are gonna be happy as soon as it's complete, and parents as well because they get a chance to get out there and watch their kids play. Um, I do want to just ask though on a couple of things. I know we've talked about this for maybe a couple of years now. The shed that's near, I guess you knew it was coming. The shed that's near the playground. Is there a timeline on when that's going to be demolished? Uh, but also, I want to, and I don't think I've ever really done this. I want to actually commend you all for the technology that's inside the community center at Stevenson Park. If you guys have never been there, there's a huge drop down now inside the community room. And let me just say it I think it really allows for some really innovative use in terms of to keep the whole family engaged. For instance, during football season, it's pro football season, but it's also basketball season, and so it wasn't unheard of to see the football game on and dads in between games and moms being able to watch football. But I mean, but nonetheless, I mean, it allowed for the whole family to continue to participate in recreational activities instead of people having to make a choice or sitting here like this on their phones trying to watch a game because it was on. It just really gave another opportunity to create community, and so just being able to see that technology in use and not be restricted by some city code, it was really really nice. So I do want to say that. But other than that, um, that's my report. So, Mr. Whitaker, it's on you. Thank you.
I think that thank you all for your comments. I want to make sure that we have an understanding in regards to what was said today. That we appreciate each and every comment, good, bad, or indifferent, whether it's a positive, whether it's a negative. We have to make sure that what we do is something that is progressive, something that is something going forward with our particular department, because that's what I push for these ladies and gentlemen to do. So at this time, what I'll do is some of your questions, well, most of your questions will be answered, and some of them you'll be extremely happy about. Some of them you may hum underneath your breath, and I apologize, but
I will mute all the mics just in.
we will answer each and every question that has been asked so far. Um, so we'll actually go down the line and we'll start from left to right with Superintendent uh, Bolanos.
Good evening again, commissioners. Just quick updates. So I'll start off with Carson Park. Carson Park, excuse me, within the last 2 months, we've done some work at Carson Park. We've laser leveled both fields. Those are done, those are finished. Again, it has new sod on the transition lip, um, brand new infield mix, brand new base pegs, brand new home plate, pitching mound, and yeah, just amenities in the base in the laser leveling of the baseball fields. They're brand new. Also, too, we resurfaced the basketball court, so that's a brand new resurfacing. There are little touch ups that need to be done, so the contractor will go back and touch up some of the things that imperfections that it had. And we also did reseed and gave turf maintenance to that field as well, and it's open ready for public use. In regards to the dog feces, so we do have meetings with public safety, and that was one of the items that were brought up were the abundance and the amount of dogs that are on the park. when you have a lot of dogs in the park, unfortunately, you have some dog owners that are not responsible and they do leave dog feces behind. Some of my staff are trained in what's it called too? Bloodborne pathogens. So you need certifications to deal with things like that, and some of them are trained. However, we do have new staff that are onboarded, and I'm looking to train more of them to handle situations like that, such as not only dog feces, but sometimes we have human feces at the park as well. In regards to the leaves, again, the leaves are seasonal. We do have trees that are deciduous, and around this time, the leaves are falling. What we do in the morning, staff do what we call daily duties, and we never veer from the daily duties because the park starts to be affected when we do that. Part of the daily duties in the morning are litter control, taking out the trash, blowing baseball fields, and blowing of the playground. The leaves are done in the afternoon. Today, actually, Omar Collins, who is the senior of that park, just picked up a brand new leaf vacuum from Yamada, which is a store in Gardena, Yamada Lawn Care, where we buy our equipment. And the reason he has that was for the leaves because there is a lot of trees there that are deciduous. And so on Monday, he should be vacuuming up those leaves to help him, assist him better to vacuum the leaves. For Dominguez Park, Commissioner Hunter, the water fountain, we did repair a water fountain that was next to the DG picnic shelter area. However, I'm not sure of the one that's located near the baseball field, you said, correct? I'll look into it to find out what's going on there. You mentioned eliminating it? Yeah. We'll have that in a review. Okay.
Just a comment from the Carson Park. Did you have any?
Commissioner Briantis, unfortunately, we cannot open
Okay.
up but I'm sure you're welcome to ask them off the record. Thanks.
For Mills Park, quick update. Even though the park is under construction, we are still working at Mills Park as far as grounds. So there was some trash left behind, and the residents they were vocal about the trash that was left behind inside Mills Park. I took it upon ourselves with Director Whitaker's approval. We went in there. We rented a 40-foot trash container to throw away the trash in there. Our team started today. However, we realized that our tractor doesn't reach that high, so we'll continue it on Monday with the lower trash bin and get rid of the trash in there. Also, too, we had some mosquito issues. I did call Corky's Pest Control, who's our on-call pest control company. They went in there and to mitigate the mosquitoes. They added granulars. They sprayed for the mosquitoes, and any puddling of water, they added those granulars in there as well. I got 3 more updates. So we are out in RFP seeking proposals for pool slide restorations. We're going to restore the pools at Dominguez Park and Hemingway Park. They're due for it. They're going to get a nice glaze, a nice new color, any fiberglass work that is needed, tightening of bolts, things of that nature right before pool season, right before summer. So you're going to see brand new pools. Also, to our staff, we have staff training. We're going to take the seniors. We've been invited by the Sports Turf Management Association to go to a training at the BMO Stadium. So they're going to have a nice turf maintenance training at BMO Stadium and also next door to the Coliseum as well. So staff is really excited about that. There's a lot of trainings in the works for 2026, and I'm looking forward to it.
I'm usually pretty long here. I thought you wanted a quick one with Bobby. All right. Sorry. Lighting concerns. Carson Park, we know that there's limited lighting in there, so we will reach out to our partners in Public Works, building maintenance, see what they could do to kind of increase the lighting. I know we've lost some bollards over there that used to have little illumination lights, but yeah, and we know that's kind of a dark area over there. Security cameras. We do have some security cameras at Dominguez, but that's a public safety. They oversee that project. So they do have cameras there on the building. So there's cameras there. So Moving on, security lights at Callis. We'll take a look and have Public Works look at that. When the field lights, it sounds like when the sport field lights are on, that's when they go on, but then they don't go on without the field lights on. So we'll ask them to troubleshoot that. Your question about all abilities for future playgrounds, yes, that is the standard that the city's going moving forward. So Foycia is a great example, and then we're going to be doing the same thing for Carriage Crest and Mills. Windscreens for the tennis courts. This is something that we've been kind of keep poking Public Works, building safety. They've been pretty busy. They gave me some updates, but they were really focused on Foycia, so it is on their radar. They know we've purchased the windscreens, and so they'll be going out and getting them up for the ones that are still remaining. Social media, we do have some new positions of people that oversee the social media, so I think that's something that we could probably work with them on trying to update our Carson our pages on social media. ActiveNet, I know there's a question about being able to take the registration at the parks. We're just trying to keep it controlled and tight. We just don't want anybody authorizing somebody, oh, you're my friend. So it's been pretty tight on just keeping it. The refresh has been quite successful. We don't have multiple accounts that have 20 people living at the same address anymore. So, we want to kind of continue. We gave people a lot of notice ahead of time. We put in our rec guide, and we hope that they continue to, come to the corporate yard or the community center to show the proof that they're a resident, and so that way they get registered. Some updates. I want to focus on the programming. I'm really happy with my staff with the programs that they are offering that are coming up, and I know it's not always all youth sports, so just want to run through them real quick. Black History Month is an event that's coming up on the 27th of February. That'll be at the Carson Event Center at 6 o'clock on a Friday. We have our volunteer banquet, so that's our Nate Riddick volunteer banquet. So if you volunteer and help out with the city, especially the coaches, that's going to be invite. So supervisors create their list, and then we send that out to the volunteers. And that is going to be on March 20th at 6 o'clock at the Carson Event Center, and the theme is Renaissance Fair. T-ball, softball, baseball signups are currently going underway. Last day to sign up is February 21st, and then they'll start doing drafts and ordering those uniforms in March to be ready to start playing in April. Spelling Bee. This is done by Enrichment every year. They do a great job. It's going to be Friday, February 20th at the Carson Event Center, and this is for grades kindergarten to 5th grade. If you've not been to one, I encourage you. It's really neat to see those kids spell those difficult words. Track and field, that's kind of headed over by the Veteran Sports Complex, ages 6 to 14. They're currently taking registration for that. The fee, resident 115, non-resident 165. This includes uniform and the meet entries. And the first parent meeting will be February 24th at 6 p.m. Location to be determined. Skateboard extravaganza workshop, going to be Sunday, February 22nd, ages 16, 1 to 3 p.m. free at Veterans Park. You want to be a lifeguard? We're doing a lifeguard training class. I know some of you guys just did a CPR. Why don't you go come out and do some rescues? So lifeguard training class, Friday, February 20th at Hemingway Aquatic Center. So it's going to be, Friday is the tryouts. You got to be able to swim 200 yards, grab a brick, that's 20 pounds, swim it back 25 yards. And then Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, the rest of the class, so you learn CPR, AED, and lifeguard skills at Hemingway Aquatic Center. Another one that we have is a toy loan program, 5 to 12 ages, 5 to 12. It's at two of our parks, Anderson Park. They do it on Monday and Friday, 4 to 5, and Foycia Park on Monday from 3 to 6. So LA County got a lot of donations, and so what this is a toy. So you come in, you check out a toy, you learn how to take care of that toy, you turn it in, and you get rewarded with a free toy. So it's one of those things, just trying to teach those kids how to take care of their toys. So it's a great program. Some updates I got from Public Works. Stevenson Park, they're currently in the procurement of a 20-ton AC unit. So that's going to service the multi-purpose room at the gym. Get that back up and going before summer. Exterior light upgrades for Carson Park and Stevenson Park were completed. They recently repaired fence at Callis Park along the perimeter of the houses right there on the west side. So some of the poles started leaning against the houses. So they were able to get in there and get that fixed. And they've completed repairs to the remote restroom and the snack bar at Foycia. So that's the public work updates that I have for you. Thank you.
All right, over on the community services side, we've been quite busy, especially for the month of December. It's one of the busiest months for the event center. It gets rented out all pretty much every weekend. It's all the holiday parties, Christmas parties, birthdays, all that fun stuff. So coming off that month and right into the new year, we're just the same. We're just as busy. Also, just for update in our human services division for the seniors, senior luncheons, those that we have at 4 times a year, we're looking to change. We changed it to 2 tickets per person. The problem was in the past we were doing 8 tickets per person, and people were buying tickets out, and it wasn't allowing all of our residents an opportunity to purchase tickets, and the events were sold out right away. So we want to make sure we're giving everybody an equal opportunity to buy tickets. And we understand they want to bring their friends and their extended friends and everybody else's friends, but 2 tickets per resident, and that's how we're moving forward with it. Also, starting January 1st, in our transportation division, we started Uber through Dollar Rides. So now you're able to use Uber as well as Yellow Cab. So residents do have the choices of whether they want to use Yellow Cab still, or they can opt over to try Uber as well. Events that we did have, of course, some of you guys attended, was our MLK tribute on January 9th. Great event here at the event center. Coming up, we do have the Autism Walk on April 4th. That's going to be here at the Carson Event Center, so hopefully you guys can make it. Typically, we do it at Cal State Dominguez Hills. However, they were booked this year, and space-wise, it wasn't going to work for us, so we thought we'd keep it over here back at the event center. Also save a lot of money. That's a plus. And this year, just to give you guys a heads up now, because we did make a major change to one of our events, the White Linen Cajun Blues event, which is typically held in September, has been moved back to July 25th. So it's going to be Saturday, July 25th now in the new amphitheater. So we're looking forward to that, working on the entertainment. There should be a save the date card coming out next month, and we're looking to start selling tickets in March. As soon as we lock in our headliner, once I can't announce it till we know for sure, but we will let you guys know as soon as we get that locked in. And that's all I have to report. Thank you very much.
Okay, so Kim, did you have anything else that you want to report today?
I did. I sent out a piece of paper with information for the next CPR training. We don't have a date yet. We're still working on that. But if you're interested and you didn't get a chance to come to the one in November, please write your name, your number, and your email address. This one is going to be a bit different. It's you'll have some part of it online, and then you'll come in for the test. So please sign up if you're interested. And that's all.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, I'll go through this as quickly as possible. I'll hit anything that wasn't taken care of so far. We'll start off by Commissioner Briantes, who's the Commissioner of Carson Park. Had a question in regards to playground tile is in need of repair at Carson Park. We are, as we stated before, we do have a standard now in the city of Carson in regards to how all the tile will actually be displayed in our playgrounds. So we are making a move to repair and fix all of the playground tiles in the city of Carson. So that will be coming up extremely soon. The next item was brought up. Commissioner Johnson, thank you for your comment in regards to the Foycia Park grand reopening. It was a beautiful event. I was happy to be a part of it. We received a lot of kudos from family members who have been in the community for 30 years, and they hadn't received that type of face makeover in terms of the park in regards to Foycia Park, which was originally General Scott Park. But they were extremely excited. They were very, very, very happy in regards to all of the changes that were made. So thank you for that comment. Thank you, Commissioner Hilliard. I think that in regards to making the meetings at the parks, I think it's more informative in regards to being able to be out and see other facilities, not just talk about them, but to be in the presence of that particular facility and walk outside, smell the grass, and see what the courts look like at that particular time. So thank you for that comment as well. Commissioner Kanglet talked about pickleball at Foycia Park. That will be coming. I did give that information in regards to what our plans are in regards to Foycia pickleball for Foycia Park. Um, Commissioner Cortado discussed snack bar ground is uneven. That is a request that has been completed by my department and given to the Public Works Department. That is out of our actual area in regards to grounds unevenness. So we are required to put in a request, and we do have a request for that. There has been talks of changing it out at Callis Park in regards to doing something different. Also, where the cart sits at Carson Park near the snack bar, also it backs out into a grass area, which we cannot actually utilize. We had talked about putting some cement in that particular area, so we are looking into both of those areas. Callis Park is one of the parks that we're looking at to renovate within the next year to two. We are going to try and do a lot of renovations at that particular park facility while it's going to be temporarily shut down. And so a lot of areas that we have that we would like to fix, we are going, like we've done with all of the other parks during that downtime. It is our purpose to make sure that we fix as many things as possible. In addition to that, Tim, do you have any specific timeline in regards to or Modesto when Callis Park will be closed down? I know that we had a timeline of 6 months a little while ago, but we haven't received a definitive timeline in regards to that. If we do, we will bring that information back to the commission at that particular time. And we're also going to provide that information to the Volunteer Association and the park supervisor. We haven't received the definitive time at this particular point, and so for that, we haven't given that information out. In regards to stock photos and the social media for the city of Carson, right now, as Tim stated, our superintendent of recreation, Grierson, stated that we do have a new social media person that they're going to have different guidelines that we're going to have to follow in regards to social media pages. But currently, we are trying to keep those as updated as we can, but we are currently getting new web pages also. And so I know that there has been a halt in some of the things that we put on social media at this particular point because we do have the new web pages that are coming out that show a lot of that information at the same time. So we will be able to provide that information. But we are working with our social media and production division that we have now to improve things in regards to our social media pages. But most of that is governed by our PIO department. There was a question in regards to a marsh for the city of Carson. I think Commissioner Cortado, it's strange that you asked that question. We actually do have one. I actually visited today. It was my first time visiting this space in all the years that I've worked for the city of Carson. It's actually at the sanitation department. We are doing an event this year. It's going to be called the Clean and Green Festival that we're going to be providing to the citizens of the city of Carson as well as Wilmington. It will be at the sanitation department. We'll be doing a full event for the children on that particular day, providing resources for them, but they will be giving tours to the marsh that they currently have there. I am going to do more in regards to getting our kids from Carson there too, because it's very educational. They have signs up around the marsh. They talk about the different habitats, the birds that they have there, the lake, what they're doing in regards to that. And so it's a very, very educational space. It's funny you asked that. I had a meeting there today for 2 hours, and we walked through the entire space. I was impressed. So you will hear more about that in the very near future in regards to that. Commissioner Dalek, I know you've been over there waiting patiently in regarding your pickleball court at Dolphin Park. Um, I was really giving that to our superintendent of park maintenance and recreation to kind of grab the ball out of the air and dunk it when you asked the question, but they passed on that one. So I play basketball. I love to steal, so I'm going to go ahead and steal that one. Dolphin Park has received a pickleball court. We've put one private pickleball court at Dolphin Park, and all of the people who play tennis have stopped playing tennis and they now play pickleball. They have 2 full courts of tennis at that particular facility. One thing that I will say is that I have some very, very, very smart staff. They've already completed a survey in regards to the people that play tennis and pickleball at Dolphin Park, and they already have a survey that has a resounding change to change out one of the tennis courts to make that a pickleball court. So now instead of having 1 court, there will be 5 courts at Dolphin Park. And the data actually backs that up. So it's not my choice. It's not what I'm going to do. It's what the people at Callis Park would like to have. And that's enough for us. And so we are going to change out one of the tennis courts at Dolphin Park. And we will make that a pickleball court, which will now be 4 courts on the one, and you'll have 1 private court, so there will be a total of 5. One thing that I also want to say is, and Commissioner Lawrence didn't bring this up in regards to pickleball, we had 2 courts, tennis courts at Stevenson Park. We converted 1 court to pickleball, where now that is 4 courts. We have more people playing pickleball than we do playing tennis at this particular point. They love it. It's a very, very great exercise, not only for the young children that we have there, but for the adults, but even better for the seniors. And so we have a very, very robust pickleball community. And what's going to happen soon is we'll be able to play tournaments all throughout the city, utilizing all of our own internal courts. So that is definitely a testament. I want to say thank you to our recreation superintendent and our recreation park maintenance superintendent. They have done a great job in making this available. Don't thank me, thank them. They have done an amazing job in regards to that. So great job. Other than that, Commissioner Lawrence had a question about a playground shed, a shed near the playground. And so what I want to talk to you about is I have a project for the north end of Carson, and it's going to happen at Stevenson Park. It is a vision that I've had for a little while. We've met with many of our internal departments, Public Works, Engineering, our city engineer. I want to put an entire complex over at Stevenson Park. We're going to put a new child care place there. We already have a playground. We're going to change out that shell softball net over there. We're going to add in a couple of rooms in that particular area where we still would be able to rent out that particular area, but we'll have an outside patio that also goes along with it. And so I've already talked with the city consultant in regards to writing a grant for Stevenson Park, and I've talked to our councilman for District 1, Dr. Jawan Hilton. He's well on board, and so I will be putting together a group of people that are going to be working to make this come to fruition, but we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. And so that concludes our report. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I think we made it through, guys. And so I will take a motion
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. This meeting is adjourned.